What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video right here, Chris's MMA Universe. I just want to talk quickly about the matchup that Dana White greenlighted with Israel Adesanya taking on Jan Blachowicz for the light heavyweight title to potentially make Israel Adesanya be the newest double champ of the UFC to be added to the roster of the double champs. Now, I can see Israel Adesanya being able to be a double champ. I mean, he definitely has the attitude and definitely has the skill. But I don't know if this is too soon. Is this too soon for Israel to actually move up in a division and actually take on the light heavyweight champion in Jan Blachowicz? I mean, I don't know if this is too soon. Now, I know a lot of people thought it was a little too soon for Israel Adesanya to go up to fight for the middleweight strap. I know a lot of people thought that was a little too soon. And I admit, I didn't think he was actually going to win that title, and I was incredibly wrong. The way he did it as well was just phenomenal. So for him to actually move up in weight, though, I'm not really 100% sure. I mean, yes, he had a short run in the UFC to get to the middleweight strap, ended up getting to the middleweight title fight, taking the middleweight title as his own, as if it was his property from the very beginning. So, okay, people could say it was a little too soon. Then people would think, okay, he's the champion. I didn't think he was going to be able to be the champion. He's the champion now. But there's no way he'll get past Yoel Romero. Fought Yoel Romero. I know that fight was a little weird. Not much happened. But Israel did win. He got the nod. People were like, okay, he's going to fight an undefeated fighter, fellow undefeated fighter, because Israel's undefeated, obviously. So he's going to fight another undefeated fighter in Paulo Costa, and there's no way he's going to win. Won that fight. He actually destroyed Paulo Costa. He dominated him from start to finish. And so, all these things where Israel Adesanya is being looked at and being doubted by so many doubters out there. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of, everybody has haters, right? Especially if you're successful. So all the haters that are hating on Israel Adesanya, there a lot of doubters, this and that. He gets doubted so many times, but then he just accomplishes so many times. Ends up silencing the doubters, ends up silencing the critics. So I don't know if this is too soon to go up to light heavyweight, though. I'm not really sure. I guess Dana White wants to do it. I believe this is the case. If Jared Cannonier would have beat Robert Whittaker, I believe Jared Cannonier would have been the next in line to face Izzy, because it's something fresh, it's something new. But as Robert Whittaker, ended up, taking the win, he ended up beating Jared Cannonier pretty indecisively. It doesn't really make sense for Robert Whittaker to get the title fight this soon again against Izzy, against a guy who pretty much destroyed him. Izzy destroyed Robert Whittaker. Let's call it what it is. So for Robert Whittaker to get the Izzy fight this quickly, it just doesn't make sense. So I'm believing that's why Dana White wanted to just make Izzy go up and fight for the light heavyweight strap. Add some excitement to, to actually Izzy's name. Izzy being a rising star and already being a star. So, it's just that Izzy's saying that he wants to keep the division moving, which is very noble. It's a very honorable thing that a middleweight champion wants to have, other men fight for the title and stuff like that. But, it would be very exciting to see Izzy actually step up in weight. Not so much to face Jan Blachowicz, which, of course, it'll be an exciting fight, but just the fact that he's moving up. I know everybody wanted to see him move up and actually fight Jon Jones, but Izzy doesn't really seem like he's ready to fight Jon Jones. I'm not really sure what that means. A lot of people have their own opinion on that, but I don't know if he's ready to actually fight him. I'm not really sure what's happening there. I know Jon Jones vacated his light heavyweight title, and, for the move to heavyweight, or he wants to pack on pounds the right way. But to me, I look at Jon Jones as the GOAT. I'm sure many of you do as well. But for Jon to vacate the title, why not just go up to heavyweight, fight the champion and, make yourself a double champ as well. I don't really understand why that didn't happen. Really, I really don't know why. So he wanted to vacate it, I'm assuming Jon Jones felt like he did what he could do in that division. He wiped out everybody he fought. Whether there was controversial to Dominic Reyes, back when he fought Gustafsson, the first time, like 80% of people thought Gustafsson won. It doesn't matter what people think. It matters what the facts are. The facts are Jon Jones is undefeated. That one loss of his disqualification, it was a disqualification loss in a fight that he won, but he got, penalized and got disqualified for the, so-called illegal elbows, 12-by-6 elbows, where, he ended up, dominating Matt Hamill. And Steve Mazzagatti, of course, was the referee and ended up giving him the disqualification loss. So that is the one loss on his record that isn't really a loss. Jon Jones said it himself. He considers himself to be undefeated. I know Dana White was trying to actually overturn that loss to make Jon Jones undefeated, like officially turn that one into a 0, because I guess that would be better for business, for like the casuals not really knowing, like, thinking Jon Jones lost. Maybe he lost in another, organization where, he didn't lose in the UFC. Maybe he did lose in the UFC. A lot of the casuals wouldn't know. They just think Jon Jones has a loss. Somebody beat him at one point, but now he's undefeated. He's unbeatable now. Like how Anderson Silva had 4 losses on his record, but when he was in his prime, he was just unbeatable. So, really, I'm not sure if this is too soon for Izzy. I can see him moving up. I can see him taking on Jan Blachowicz. But Jan Blachowicz is a dangerous opponent for Izzy. It's not like he's just going to get ran over. I don't believe he's going to get ran over this quickly going against Izzy. I just don't see it being that simple. But we don't know how Izzy would be, where we know Izzy had fought in kickboxing. He was a kickboxing champion. And Izzy actually won a one-night tournament where I think it was like a 190-pound division up to a 220-pound division that happened on the same night. And he actually was able to compete in those divisions. So we know that he can get up to 205 easily. And actually, I don't see why he wouldn't be able to move comfortably in that division. I know he wants to do it correctly, and that is the smart, wise choice as a champion. That's champion mentality. So we'll see if this fight actually does move forward. Dana White is saying that's what he wants. He's announcing it. It's very, very exciting. I really, really hope this fight does happen, but I hope all the proper precautions are being taken as far as the, Izzy packing on the weight the right way and training and feeling comfortable at 205. Because we don't know. If Izzy moves up to 205, who knows? He could be dominant. It's not that far from 185. I know Izzy can make that weight. Izzy's, 6'4"? So he's definitely light heavyweight height. I'm just saying that we know Jon Jones is 6'4". Jon Jones seemed like he was like a perfect light heavyweight fighter at that weight. And we know Jon Jones is trying to pack on weight the right way himself to make the move to heavyweight. And, I don't see why he's going to take on a heavyweight contender. I don't see, why he wouldn't just go immediately to the heavyweight champion and Stipe. I'm pretty sure that's what will happen and what's going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. We'll see if Izzy be able to make the weight properly and actually make the move. If he's very interested in that fight, I'm sure he is. It would just add to his legacy if he were able to get past Jan. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I really want to know what you guys think. Is this too soon for Izzy? Is Izzy going to make the move? Is he going to actually be able to beat Jan Blachowicz? Do you think Jan Blachowicz is going to beat Izzy? I really want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to hit the like. Make sure to subscribe. And I'll see all you guys in the next one.